Hello, today we are going to get to play with some food. Normally you're told don't play with your food. Today though, we're doing science, and with this science you need some food because we are creating an edible aquifer. Aquifer. Maybe you saw yesterday's video. If not, what is an aquifer? Where does our drinking water come from? Our drinking water in Thurston County mostly comes from underground. And another word for underground water is an aquifer. That is why today we are going to be creating an aquifer. For this experiment, we have a few different things, and I want you all to know that you can get creative. If you don't have the exact item, use something that will work in a similar way. So starting here, we have crushed ice, marshmallows, or maybe you have blueberries, chocolate chips, ice cream of any flavor, that will be important, some type of cereal, cookie crumbs if you have it, or just more crushed ice, sprinkles if you would like. Again, these are all optional. You will though need a spoon, some sort of clear cup or a vase, straw, and then for our water, you'll be using a clear soda or bubbly water. Use whatever you would prefer. Having it be clear is the important part. And we'll be building up and making these layers. Before we start building an aquifer, it's important for us to think about what would we actually find underground. Here in this picture, I have listed out the different food items, and we're going to go over what is the actual material underground. So first of all, deep down in the earth, in my model, we have crushed ice. What would the ice represent? It might be sand, gravel, big rocks. That's going to be all this. Crushed ice, marshmallow, chocolate chips. These are all going to be underground. So we'll start by putting that into our aquifer. We have our ice. As you notice, there's a lot of space in between the ice. What would be able to fill all that space? Next we have our marshmallows. Maybe that's some sand or gravel. Chocolate chips. Love to munch on these. I want lots of chocolate chips in my edible aquifer. Okay, underneath here, this is then the confined layer. To confine it, another word for confine is just to seal off so that other things can't get in it. We'll pull out our ice cream. And I'm going to be putting the ice cream on it and making a layer so that everything above won't be able to go down. But before I seal it off, I'm going to add my water, because underground we have all sorts of water. That is what the aquifer has, how it makes an aquifer. I'm going to add it in, and it's going to slowly start to fill up those different gaps. Just like underground, there's sand, gravel, rocks, and water is in between all of it. Then I'm going to finish putting my layer up here, sealing the edge as best I can, because as a confined layer, liquids can't easily get into it. And now we're going to have maybe some more. So ice cream will be confining layer. Then above that, what would we have? What's right below the ground here? More rocks, gravel. You can add your cereal. Add that here. Gravel, sand, and then right below the plants, we have our soil. Adding our cookie crumbs. This is really healthy soil, full of microorganisms, good bacteria. And it's pretty colorful on top of the earth, where all the plants are. And so I want to add sprinkles. Sprinkles are so fun. The flowers, the plants, the trees, all the different things. If you have other things that represent that, you can add those on top of your aquifer. We have made our aquifer. Now, let's do the next thing. This looks delicious. How are we going to get out the water or the soda that's below this confining layer. What do we use to pull out our drinking water? A pump, a pipe. We are going to use a straw. First, if it were to rain a little, that confining layer prevents the liquid from easily going down into our aquifer. Over time it might. We are going to drill with our pipes down into the aquifer. And I can drink our amazing drinking water. You might notice here too that these sprinkles are colorful. Imagine if all of these sprinkles represent contaminants or things that could harm our water. They're changing the color, and over time, that would be able to sink down into our drinking water. So it's really important that we be careful about what we put on our lawns, in our driveways, what's going into our water, because we don't want to harm all this water down in our aquifer. Are you ready to make your edible aquifer? I'm excited to eat mine. I hope you have fun. There's instructions as well below with the post. Have fun using whatever supplies you want to make your own edible aquifer. It's delicious.